Hello YouTube fans, it's your boy Brad here with another video. I am doing a video on ice cream, on making vegan ice cream. I am lactose intolerant, so as you get older it gets worse. So I can't do any regular milk fat ice cream anymore. Even with lactate, it does not work. So I'm doing this video. I looked all over YouTube. There's a lot of videos out there on making vegan ice cream, if you want to call it vegan ice cream, but making ice cream with almond milk or oat milk or rice milk or you name it, coconut milk. There's tons of different milks you can use. I settled on almond milk. I did start out with oat milk, but I decided to go with almond milk because it had a little bit more fat. Why do I say fat? Why is that important? Because in regular milk, there's fat. That's what gives you that creaminess. That's why you know, Bluebell ice cream and some of these other ice creams that you find so creamy and smooth, high fat content. But when you get into these other milk alternatives, such as almond milk, there's not that much in there. So you got to try to do some substitution. So here's what I do to make my ice cream. I use almond milk. This particular one is from H-E-B, but Walmart has a wonderful brand. I always use vanilla. That way it already has vanilla flavoring in it. If you don't have vanilla ice cream, you can, add some vanilla extract or whatever you want, but it's not a requirement. And let me say this, you work this the way you want to, but the base is always there. You start with the milk, but you got to add fat again. So here's what I use. Let me get into it. I use 1 cup to 1 1/4 cup of almond milk, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is the particular brand that I use. This is extra virgin olive oil, but you can use what you want. You don't have to use olive oil. You can use coconut oil. But I tried that, didn't like the way all of that works out. So this is what I come up with. So again, 1 cup to 1 1/4 cups. You probably go up to 1.5 cups with this recipe if you wanted to, of your milk that you decide to use. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I use half a banana. If you don't like banana, you don't have to use it. And I use a little bit of cinnamon. The way I work this, I take the 2 tablespoons, the almond milk, and I put the peanut butter and the almond milk. I've already warmed this almond milk up, but what I usually do, I put it in before I put it in the microwave. So 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. If you have the peanut butter that's with the oil floating around on top of it, that's the one you really want to use. This does not have it. I used to have some, but this is what we have in the home, and it works just fine. So the kind with the oil floating around, the more oil, the better. So 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Put that in there. Then I will stick that in the microwave 30 minutes. 30 seconds. Or 1 minute. My microwave takes 1 minute to warm it up. I don't need it hot. You just want it warmed up. I think it kind of helps with getting everything mixed together. Then I take my banana, grab my banana here, and cut it up into the blender. Again, if you don't want to use banana, you don't have to. I grab my oil. Again, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1. And I do not taste the olive oil. Now, you taste people out there that taste everything, like my wife. She can taste, go to a restaurant, she tastes everything, Oregano, she just be going down the road of what they put in there, and I'm going, it's food. It tastes like food to me. I'll put that in, and I'm going to blend this for a little bit. Get this blended down to where it looks a little bit like yogurt or something. So I blend that down. It's a slow blend. Speed it up just a little bit. Doesn't take much. Looks a little bit like yogurt. I do that so you don't have the banana with all this milk and everything in there floating around and trying to get chopped up. Go ahead and pour in our milk and our peanut butter. And then I add a little cinnamon. I like it with cinnamon, just one of my things. Cinnamon's good for you in some kind of ways, heart health, blood pressure. They found that cinnamon has a good effect. It helps cuts the sugar a little bit in the mix. And that's the full mix. Then we go ahead and blend this. I blend this together, start off a little bit low, and then I put it on mine on its high setting, which is ice crush. And I let it go, and I like to get it to when you look inside, it's got all these bubbles. So just going to blend it down. Start it on this. And this is on the mix speed. I keep my hand on here because I'm scared this thing gonna fly off or something, but it's not. Put it on the high setting. All right, guys, 30 seconds, no longer than probably a minute, you need to blend this down. Look inside, got all those bubbles on it, just blend it together well. Move this out the way. Slide this over. Go ahead and get the ice cream machine. Of course, this is one of these little convenient, you know, I bought this at probably a thrift store. I know I did somewhere back here. It sit around here forever. And now I use it all the time because I'm making my own ice cream. But you can find these at thrift stores, I mean, all over the place for cheap. So you don't have to go out and buy a new one unless you just want a new one. Turn it on first because you don't want the ice cream freezing against the side of the cylinder. So make sure you turn it on first. This is going to probably take about 30 minutes, and then I'll get back with you on this after it's about frozen. So go ahead and pour that in there. There we go. We'll let that puppy go for about 30 minutes, and I'll be back with you guys right after that. Bam. All right, ice cream aficionados, we are back. We are back. Let you guys kind of see that it is. Let's see if you can see this. Hopefully I don't drop anything. You know what? Hold up. Let me turn this light on. There we go. That should be much better. Hope you can see that. It's hard. It's gotten pretty hard. And we're going to go ahead and stop this process and see what we have here. Take that out. Take our mixing blade out. Let's clean this off. Now, one thing about this ice cream is it does not necessarily freeze well. It's not going to, if you decide to stick this in the freezer, it's not going to be like regular ice cream. It's going to get hard. So that part I haven't worked out. I don't think I really will get that part worked out where it doesn't freeze. But what I do is I take it out and I stick it in the microwave. And I have this weird habit for years of eating my ice cream with a fork, because I'm usually having it with pie or something anyway. So And so I put it in the microwave for a little bit, then I take it out, then I mash it, and mix it, and da-da-da, and I get it back to the consistency that I want to get it to. So it works out for me, but when you stick it in the freezer, it's not going to come out like regular ice cream. It comes out of here very well. I mean, you could scoop it out. It's nothing frozen, and I think that's because of the oils. You can't see that, I'm sorry, but it basically just scoops out. I said it took about maybe 30 minutes. And it's a little harder than usual, but you want it hard. You know, once you put it in the bowl and everything and start to eat it, you don't want your ice cream melting all over the place. Usually I take it out and I put it in one of these containers. I stick it in the freezer 10-15 minutes, and then I will take my pastries, my cake or whatever, and put this on it, and I have this whole ritual that I do and all this ice cream stuff. But guys, that's it. This is the way I make my ice cream. Like it this way. I've done it with a chocolate mix packet that my wife found at a store, but you should be able to take chocolate syrup and put it in there while it's blending, and like I say, multiple things you can do. Again, you don't have to use peanut butter. You just got to remember that you got to add some type of oil. You need some type of oil. You need some type of fat. Again, I tried coconut oil, and matter of fact, one of the types of coconut oil that I used, when it went to blend, the oil is floating around on top, so it didn't blend in with the rest of the stuff. So that's why I like using the olive oil. It blends right in. It doesn't separate and all that kind of stuff. But hope y'all enjoyed that. Bon appetit. And y'all have a blessed day. See ya.